Hey Sunrise Valley, I am here in Center Valley, Upper Saucon Township, and this is your June 2026 market update for Sunrise Valley. So I have my screen shared here with you, and we're going to quickly walk through. There's a little bit of new activity from May 1st, if you watch that market update. So we're going to go through this briefly. If you want to check out the Valley Green market update, feel free to visit my site, nickgsellsvalleygreen.com. Or if you just want a general Upper Saucon market update, check out my main site, nickgsellspa.com. But this market update here is specifically for Sunrise Valley, June 2026. So let's get started. So here you'll see we only have two properties that have activity in the last 30 days. So I set the parameters for 30 days on this particular search. So you're going to see here they're the same two that we discussed last month. So but there's developments. So the first one is 3411 Stonegate and the other one is 3423 Courtney. These are the only properties that have activity in the subdivision currently. So let's start here with 3411 Stonegate. So here you'll see there's a little T right there. So this means it is temporarily off the market. So this house is not active currently. You can't schedule a showing. It's off the market. So here you'll see that the last listing price was $799. Original listing price was $990. So if we go to the history here, I really want to walk through this with you because it's very important. So the first activity was October 10th. It was listed for $990,000. Okay. Keep in mind, this property was for sale by owner starting in July of last year. So it was for sale by owner for about 3 months before they listed with a realtor. So it was listed at $990. On October 30th, 20 days later, they lowered the price to $945. As of January 22nd, they still had no activity, no offers. It was not under contract. They pulled it off the market. It stayed off the market until March 10th. March 10th, they put it back on the market and lowered the price to $899. After that, presumably they still did not get any activity. April 20th, lowered the price to $799. Then you'll see about 3 weeks later, May 13th, it actually went under contract. So they did have a deal on this house as of May 13th. Obviously, that was after about 7 months and several price reductions. You could see here the days on market in total was 166. That does not include when it was off market because it stops counting. And then May 19th, it went from under contract to temporarily off market. So what does this mean? This means that they had a deal that fell through. So you're probably wondering, well, why did it fall through? I don't know. I'm not the listing agent. I can't tell you why it fell through. Typically, if a deal is going to fall through, it's going to happen within the first 2 weeks or so. And most times, in most cases, it has to do with either the inspection contingency or the financing contingency, such as maybe an appraisal or something like that. So what happened in this particular case, I can't say for certain. What I can tell you is it's temporarily off market. So if you or someone you know has interest in the house for some reason, if you know someone that wants to buy it, you could still feel free to give me a call. I can always reach out to the listing agent, find out what's going on, get more details for you. There's a good chance that they are probably still going to want to sell it at some point. So it doesn't mean that you can't inquire or that you can't ask any questions. So if you have any interest or you know someone that has interest, and you want to know what's going on, let me know. I'd be happy to dig into it a little bit and find out for you. Next up is 3423 Courtney Drive. And as you can see here, this property is now under agreement. So that means this one is sold, headed to settlement, and hopefully it will go through. You could see here they listed April 10th, they listed at $950. May 1st, they've reduced the price to $899. May 21st, under agreement. So from the time they went on market to the time they were under agreement was 41 days. Now, keep in mind, I've said this several times before. I'm going to keep saying it. If you live in Sunrise Valley, or really anywhere in Upper Saucon Township, but specifically in Sunrise Valley, you are sitting on prime real estate. Your house should not be on the market for 41 days. Your house should not be on the market for 168 days. Um, there's really no reason for it. So what this all goes back to is the way these properties were launched. Um, they just did not generate buyer excitement and buyer interest from day one. And there's a few different reasons why that may be. Um, they're not my listing, so I'm not going to go into specific detail. But neither one of these properties generated the reaction that you want from buyers. And typically, when you don't generate that reaction, you're leaving money on the table. So I would actually recommend check out my YouTube channel. Last week I posted a video um, about Upper Saucon sellers leaving money on the table. Definitely watch that one, check it out. It will go into more detail. But this is Sunrise Valley. We're in Center Valley. We're in Upper Saucon, and you're looking at 168 days on the market, 41 days on the market. It's too high. There's no reason for these houses to be sitting. Um, you know, this house on Courtney, it's an excellent location. It's in good condition. There's nothing really working against it. So it all goes back to that pre-market positioning, the launch, getting buyers excited from day one. But this all goes back to what I keep talking about, which is what happens behind the scenes, ahead of time before you launch your property. You don't want to launch it and then attract buyers. You want to start to attract the buyers before you launch it. And the work that goes on before the launch is really, really important. So for right now, June 1st, this is all the activity that's going on. Next month I'll have another update. We'll see what happens with Courtney. Maybe it will be sold by then, and we could discuss how much it ends up selling for. And we'll see what happens with Stonegate. We'll see if it comes back on the market. And definitely check out my Sunrise Valley site if you haven't already, nickgsellsunrisevalley.com. It's an excellent resource for homeowners in Sunrise Valley, people looking to move to Sunrise Valley. There's a lot of resources on there, tons of articles that are going to continue to be posted every week, so definitely check that out. And I will see you back here on July 1st.